Welcome to edition 138 of Drive With Me. KB here. Decided to start recording out the parking lot of my haircut. It's 9:35. You guys get to see a little different view. Right now, like I said, I get my haircut in the southwest out of town. More specifically, off Hillcroft to 59 for my Estonian Vogue. Happy Memorial Weekend. Got a Monday off, chilling Sunday. Supposed to be worse weather than it has been. Kind of glad it's been pretty decent for the most part. But I also wish I had a clean car. I didn't bother washing it because I thought it was going to rain all weekend. At least I know this week it's going to rain. I did change the view on the camera. I went from ultra wide to wide. It's a little bit closer. Yeah, let me know how y'all feel about that. But anyway, reflection, right, of what this week was about. And I was blank out, right? Pretty chill week. Work-wise, movie-wise though, I was been popping off. I watched 3 movies this week. Started off with Obsession on Tuesday, which is great modern horror film. Absolutely loved it. Carrie, who was originally a YouTube comedian, directed the film. And for those that don't like horror, I still recommend watching it. Not in the sense of, those that don't like jump scares, because I love horror movies or like slasher films and whatnot. But when it's all jump scares, that's why I'm not a big fan of. Unless if it's a movie like Smile, like the horror is by making you feel scared, right? Or tense. Start getting clampy in the hands, sweaty. Smile did a great job of that. It still sucks though, and that's something that I just gotta get over, because I do appreciate horror movies. At least a good one. And Obsession was a great one. So without, spoiling so much of it, I highly recommend it. It's not like a bunch of jump scares. Like the way the director explained it, he called it the modern jump scare. Like it's gonna spook you, but not like typical old school jump scares. The next day after that, Wednesday, I watched Guy Ritchie's new film, In the Gray. At this point, I think just really likes having fun directing high-list celebrities, and like witty. It's just typical Guy Ritchie film, witty dialogue, super detailed. It's like a sort of a heist film, but the setup is. I love the setup. The action's Guy Ritchie does great action. So I enjoyed that. I guess my only complaint, I don't know if I call it complaint, you know, it's nothing. I mean, it's hard to make original stuff nowadays, but I just really like this attention to detail and just the setup. I was trying to think what that noise was. I forget. I have a pedal back there. It's bouncing around. But I enjoyed the gray. So Obsession was 4 stars, 4 out of 5. Obsession was about. Obsession was 4 stars. In the gray was 3. And then after that, on Thursday, I watched Mandalorian and Grogu. Disclosure, I haven't watched. I've only watched the sequels and prequels of Star Wars. I've been wanting to watch Clone Wars because all my Star Wars geeks tell me that's where it starts, right? And I want to know all the lore. That's the kind of person I am. But I did watch The Mandalorian, at least the first 2 seasons. There's a Porsche in front of me, just revving it out. It sounds nice. Anyway, the movie was okay. I have read that my buddy told me that they had season 4 lined up, but they ended up consolidating it into one movie, which is what Mandalorian Grogu was. I enjoyed it. It was a little too long. Some parts they kind of drag. I gave it if I was able to on Letterboxd, I would do like a 2.8, 2.9. Like, it's not a bad movie. It's just, I know a lot of people would have preferred the season, right? I saw it on IMAX 3D. I enjoyed the effects. The arena fight scene was kind of boring to me, but the fighting with everything outside of that, the action there was really fun. And then after that, in my downtime, when I'm not watching movies, I've been playing Diablo 4. I changed my class. I mean, I'm still a necromancer, but I changed minion to blood wave for any of my Diablo 4 fans. And then I also picked up Forza Horizon 6 Japan edition. And the first thing I did was buy the 86 and mod it out like my car. My only issue is that they don't have SSR wheels in the game for whatever reason. Even though they're Japanese, I don't know if it's a licensing issue. I'm curious how that works. But they don't have any SSR wheels. But they do have Graham lights. So I went with the wheel I originally wanted, was 57 CRs. Classic 5-spoke. That game is super detailed. I drive in first person mode and everything. I guess it's still a little surreal that that car is in that game. And you know, the way my buddy was telling me, like, 'cause my buddy has a Golf R, and he saw that, you know, I made my car, so he made his car in game too, and was saying like, oh, the simulation of driving your car from work to home, only to go home and drive your car again in the game. But I have it. Yeah, I have the 86 in the game. About the same stance, same fitment. I haven't done any crazy mods that, you know, like wipeout or anything. Not yet. I don't know if I want to. When they do the cinematic shots, if you're driving around, it looks so clean, and it makes me realize how cool, badass 86 is, or at least the platform, right? Cause yeah, I have pictures and all that. I don't have any rollers yet. You know, just some pictures of me just driving out and actually seeing it. So when I see it in the game, in a cutscene in my car, and it's just chilling there driving around, it looks sick. And it's that fitment that I have, so I know my car looks sick too in person. But car wise, I'm at 2,800 miles for my oil change, so I might change it tomorrow when my oil filter comes in. I got the oil already, but my oil filter was late. That noise I mentioned earlier, a couple vlogs ago, it's like this shaking noise, not shaking, but like this rattling noise. You know, I thought about it. It's happening in the area where I got hit. I really hope it's not something just loose. Because immediately I think coilover. I think something's wrong with my coilover. I think my car is too bouncy. But then I think about it. I've been driving my dad's car, Corolla, and the work car a lot, which feel very comfortable. Oh, that's a nice C7. And so I guess my car, like, where I'm like bouncing up, kind of throws me off. Drop Silverado. Fitment could be a little better, but it looks good. Damn, I wish my car isn't super dirty, but I think it did rain last night, so it isn't crispy like I usually like it. But anyway, I got my oil change coming up, so I gotta get the blocks out to put to drive on top first, to be able to fit in the jack. Whoa, buddy. Why are you getting so close? And little Toyota. I don't even know what that is. It's like a crossover. It's like a 90s, early 2000. My girlfriend's supposed to meet me up for tacos, but she just told me that she barely headed out. And she's 20 minutes away. Which means I gotta chill for a little bit. Shifting wise, like, I wanted to bring up, and I wonder how many people do this, but first I drive these cars, first gear sucks, right? The first and second gear sucks, right? And I read people, they drive first gear to 4K and they shift, but it's just the ratios are so different. So you gotta either, I find that if I don't shift super early, I'm talking about like when it's approaching 2K and then just pop right into it, or if I shift really late, like I'm flying, if I go in between that, it sucks. Even unless if I like really slip the clutch, which I don't like doing. So right here, if I go merely a second, super smooth. But you can tell the car doesn't really like that. But then if I go first and and I shift like at 3K going into 2, it just doesn't feel that good. I'll try it right here. Like, that's smooth in normal sense. I don't know if it's just the way this car is and the way it likes to be revved out. But there's times where I want to drive, like, I want to be able to drive like you don't know I'm driving stick. Right? And it's not that I'm a terrible driver or anything. But when to drive a car like that smooth, I don't know if it's just years of a ton of experience of knowing your car. I feel like it's just difficult to do in this one. I'm hoping that people that have the car can chime in and see if it's just not me. Oh man, it's all wet right here. Oh. Oh no, there's a fire hydrant leaking. On the left side was a little flooded. And I got dirty ass water on my car. So here I'm sticking in second gear, first gear. Right there was super smooth, but the car drops to like 1 point something RPM. I'm not sure if that's too healthy. If that's any harmful to the car. I don't want to park next to the. I also wish if I knew how to test out like the because I know the car is noisy in general, right? And the clutch, you can hear the clutch. Oh, when you shift, then you just hear the bang. I don't know if it's signs of my throttle bearing going bad or anything, or like if anyone knows when your throttle bearing goes bad, like, well, how do you know when it goes bad? Does that make sense? Damn, my barber gelled me up. Jesus Christ. My shit is stiff. But hopefully nothing serious. People will say, oh, my clutch lasted blah 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 for 100,000+ miles. But what about the bearing? I know that's a common thing with these cars. But anyway, I'm gonna finish it off here. Let me get this picture. But yeah, any of my movie people, watch Obsession, please. The movie was really good, and I really hope they make more. The director makes more. It's blowing up on social media, so it should be good. But you guys have a good Memorial weekend. Eat some good food, get some good sleep, watch some good movies. Have a good Sunday. Peace.